Hello, and welcome to our lesson on environmental and ethical issues in SCM. This segment will cover environmental procurement policies and management. DFRA 39 has stated that the procurement of supplies and equipment is a potent instrument of environmental policy. Careful purchasing gives full weight to environmental considerations in the selection of products and can help improve environmental standards by reducing pollution and waste. Through the natural operation of the market, it can also influence purchasers and suppliers in their pricing policies and product ranges. 9 steps to implementing environmental purchasing policy. Step 1. Prepare environmental policy. When prepared, the environmental procurement policy should be endorsed by senior management, reflect the nature of the business. That is, if the business is a chemical one, it should address the issues associated with chemical production rather than issues relating to recycled paper or lease cars, form part of the overall corporate strategy. Step 2. Communicate policy. From the standpoint of employees, the policy communications should be cross-functional to ensure the integration of its implementation throughout the organization. Consider the following concise guidelines, inspired by the Central Purchasing Group of the University of Oxford, for procurement personnel. Prioritize the necessity to reduce consumption. Evaluate equipment based on whole life costs and environmental impact. Prefer goods and services manufactured, used, and disposed of in an environmentally responsible way. Give preference to items with high recycled content when the cost is similar. Specify recyclable or reusable items when possible. Partner with environmentally committed suppliers. Collaborate with the community for environmental progress. Explore buying used equipment as an alternative. Assess the essentiality of requested quantities and quality. In particular, consider the following factors: energy usage and conservation, waste minimization and process efficiency, reuse and recycling opportunities, optimal disposal of packaging materials, avoidance of ozone-depleting substances, reduction of volatile organic compounds and heavy metals, control of discharges to air, land, and water, management of noise levels and ecotoxicity, sustainable transport choices and pollution mitigation. When comparing environmental products with alternatives, ensure fitness for purpose and value for money. Prioritize energy and resource efficiency. Minimize virgin material use and maximize post-consumer materials. Aim for non-polluting or reduced polluting options. Favor durability, upgradability, and repairability. Emphasize reusability and recyclability. An example of guidance for suppliers is the Green Supplier Guidelines, issued by Toyota. Suppliers that provide parts, materials, and components directly or indirectly to Toyota are required to complete one or more of the following initiatives. Obtain ISO 14001 certification. Comply with Toyota's chemical ban list. Toyota has identified 450 chemicals and substances that raw material suppliers must phase out from new and reformulated materials. This list is regularly updated. Comply with Toyota's Hazardous Materials Management Transportation System. Step 4. Appraise suppliers. Methods and criteria for evaluating actual and potential suppliers are discussed. Step 5. Integrate environmental needs into specifications. This can include broad standards like Toyota's chemical and transportation requirements mentioned earlier, or tailored requirements for specific products like office furniture. These environmental considerations encompass various factors such as air quality, chemical usage, energy efficiency, land use, noise levels, regulatory compliance, waste management, safety and health protocols, testing procedures, and disposal methods. Step 6. Embrace life cycle analysis, LCA. Explore life cycles and life cycle costing, also referred to as life cycle inventory, LCI, and LCA. This involves a comprehensive analysis of the costs and environmental impacts of a product, encompassing its production, distribution, use, potential reuse or recycling, and disposal. Step 7. Proposal guidelines for surplus management. Surplus encompasses materials or equipment exceeding requirements, no longer usable in their original form or superseded. These items may still hold value. Many companies implement waste reduction programs to minimize losses from scrap or obsolescence. Residual refers to valueless waste from production operations, requiring efficient disposal considering environmental directives and health hazards. Procurement can aid in waste disposal by identifying surplus materials or equipment, segregating scrap, such as into ferrous or non-ferrous metals, using appropriate color coding for easy sorting, promoting awareness of salvage or recycling possibilities. Salvage refers to the realistic value of an asset at the end of its useful life, potentially through reprocessing or recycling. Reprocessing entails using scrap to create different items, which is viable only if salvaging costs are lower than reprocessing expenses. Recycled materials offer cost-effectiveness compared to primary varieties, saving resources and reducing pollution. Ensuring proper disposal through recognized brokers affiliated with appropriate bodies like the British Metals Federation. Better prices can be negotiated by staying updated on scrap prices, adhering to buyer requirements for segregation, and properly baling scrap. Equipment or components disposal methods include sale via trade press, selling to stockists, dealers, or auctions, returning items to suppliers, often at a discount, converting stock into cash, selling to employees or donation to schools or charitable organizations, particularly for cars, computers, and office equipment. Step 8. Provide appropriate training. The aim of appropriate training is to enable staff and possibly suppliers to learn how to think and act in an environmentally conscious way in the field of procurement. Step 9. Ensure regular audit of compliance. Monitoring the environmental procurement policy and its implementation should form part of the periodic procurement management audit. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall discuss screening suppliers for good environmental performance. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening and see you on our next segment.